Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. For those of y'all who are new here, welcome. This is a 7-day series, Yoga Sculpt class series. So today is day 3. So if y'all missed any of my previous videos and would like to join in the fun, please make sure to check out my the videos in the past. But for today's sake, we are going to be doing a lot of upper body, specifically a lot of arm strengthening, a little bit of core. Also, these series include mobility, strength, and stretches all in one video, so I hope y'all enjoy them. And if y'all are new here, y'all will only need a little bit of dumbbells today. We're mainly going to be focusing on body weight. It's not easy though. I'm gonna let y'all know it's a pretty heated class today, so get ready. You might want to put your hair up, you know, you're gonna get sweaty. But the main thing is we are only gonna use this for about one exercise today, so optional 3-pound or light pound dumbbells. I also have mentioned the recommendations description down below, so make sure to check those out. And if y'all want to, since we are not using a lot of handheld weights, y'all can obviously also strap on some ankle weights if y'all like to make this a little bit more spicier today. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. And today we're gonna go ahead and start on the floor. Actually, we're gonna start on the floor and end on the floor today, but it's quite challenging. So get ready, let's fasten our seatbelts. All right, let's go ahead and begin here. We are gonna start in our almost like a cat-cow situation, but we're only gonna be doing circles today. So we're gonna go ahead and do nice big circles. Again, not cat-cow circles today, but just circles. So we're opening up your forearms, your wrists, the front line of the body, all that good stuff. And we're gonna go ahead and reverse the circle now. And for every time we do the circle, inhaling forward and exhaling back. And only if you like to, you can add those hips to the circles, but we're gonna mainly focus on the upper body today, the wrists, and really warming up the wrists today. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more nice big circles here. Breathing deeply here. Nice. And let's go ahead and now reverse your fingertips towards you. So now your forearms are facing away from you. And now we're gonna do forward and back movements here for the wrists, the forearms, the shoulders, right? You should start to feel all the way from the fingertips through the forearms and now into the shoulders and the upper back. Nice. So this is a warm-up, but also it's a strengthener as much as this is a warm-up. And again, these video series is a little bit different from my traditional yoga classes. So if y'all like more of a traditional flow, make sure to check out my other videos. But for the sake of this video, again, we start off with a warm-up section, a mini warm-up, a strengthening, and then the mobility included with the strengthening and the warm-up, and then a cool down. Nice. Let's do 2 more here. Nice. You inhale forward and exhale back. Last one right here. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and slowly come off of this one right here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do one last thing before we start into the Chaturanga series. So we're gonna go ahead and bring your hands a little bit more forward than are directly in line with the shoulders here. And from here, we're gonna stay on the knees here. Your toes can be staying on the floor here. From here, you should already feel an activation into the core, the shoulders, and the arms right here. From here, we're just gonna do little tiny lifts. So lifting one arm up, exhale here, and then inhale to slowly lower down. And then alternate, lifting up, exhale here, feel that core, the arms, all that good stuff, and alternate. Nice, looking good. The main thing here is to keep your hips as stable as you possibly can. So I don't want to see this, right? We're not doing this exercise, making sure your body weight is a little bit more forward than backwards here. So you feel it into your core and also your arms, your back, your shoulders, all that good stuff. After all, we are focusing on the upper body today. It's gonna be a very intense, heated session, but it's gonna be condensed. So it'll be over by the time you think about, oh, I don't wanna be here anymore. Nice, let's do one last one on each side here. Breathing deeply. Nice, and let's go ahead and reset into a child's pose, opening up those knees to the side and bringing your hands a little bit more forward, walking them forward. You can keep your head lifted here, or if you feel like you'd like to take a stretch in the neck of the neck, you can feel free to press those forehead down onto the floor. And really breathing deeply here. Nice deep inhale through the nose and deep exhalation out through the mouth here. Last full cycle of breath here before the calm before the storm. Nice, and let's go ahead and slowly come out of it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start here. So we're gonna start in Chaturanga. So if you are familiar with Chaturanga, you already know the drill, you already know what's coming. But if you are, for the first time, trying Chaturanga out, I'm gonna do some different variations so that y'all can basically choose which one feels right for you today. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start all together in a hip pike or downward facing dog. From here, in downward facing dog, you wanna make sure that your feet are in that nice hip distance apart. Your hips are shifting up towards the sky here, and lengthen the head and the neck here. We're actively pressing those palms down, fingertips away from each other, pressing them down, biceps towards your ears. So pressing your whole body up towards the sky, actively pressing your arms down so your hips, your T-spine, all that good stuff move towards your back. Now, if it's an option, you can go ahead and lift the heels up and down to find a little bit more of a stretch in the back of the calves and really waking up those ankles today. Nice. Deep breathing here. Nice deep inhale through the nose, feeling your abdomen firing up. Your navel draws into your back, so you're protecting your low back the whole time. Nice. All right, whenever you're ready, we're all gonna come down collectively into a plank. Beautiful. Now from here, if you're familiar with Chaturanga, you can go ahead and come into your full Chaturanga. So keeping your elbows by your sides here, making sure they're nice and close to you as we lower down in kind of like a tricep push-up, if you will. From here, at the bottom, flipping your toes down onto the mat so that we are pushing up and then coming into upward facing dog so that your hips, everything is up away from the floor here, coming into beautiful back bending and chest opening stretch here. From here, flipping the toes back onto the floor, slight bend of those elbows, you can come all the way down or halfway right here, and then pushing back up into our full downward facing dog. Now, if you're here, keep flowing through your Chaturanga. If you are new here and you're like, oh my gosh, what was that? No worries. We're gonna go ahead and come back into plank. We're gonna go ahead and lower those knees down first. From here, you can either keep your toes on the floor. I like to go ahead and lift my toes off the floor and my feet off the floor so that I feel more into my core here, shifting your body weight slightly forward. Still keeping those elbows close to you, kind of like a half tricep push-up here, coming down all the way to the floor. From here, going ahead, placing your feet back down on the floor, toes are down, and pressing your palms down to the floor to lift yourself into Cobra. Now, if you don't want to go into full Cobra, no worries at all. Keeping your elbows slightly bent, you can come into baby Cobra right here, as long as your chest is just a little bit off the floor here. From here, we're gonna go ahead and bring your knees back down onto the floor, keeping your elbows close, pushing up into your knees, and then shifting back into our downward facing dog. All right, so either variation, either way, we are coming into Chaturanga right here. All right, if you're already flowing through, keep going. We're gonna continue on into Chaturanga. And exhale as we press up our hips and everything up away from the floor, and coming back into our downward facing dog. Beautiful. Just like that, shifting back into your plank, keeping those triceps next to you right here, and coming back into upward facing dog. Beautiful. Or Cobra, or baby Cobra, and then pushing back into downward facing dog. Keep going, y'all. Y'all are doing amazing. Again, if you're on your knees, just do the exact same thing. Just flowing through your Chaturanga and Cobra here. Nice. Looking good. We're gonna do last 2 reps right here. And again, if you wanna make it challenging, you can just step your toes in next to each other, and coming back into a little bit more of a strengthening for also the core, the inner and outer thighs here. Nice. You can always make these a little bit more challenging and finding a beautiful opening and strengthening at the same time in these Chaturanga series. Nice. And on your next exhalation, we'll go ahead and collectively meet back into our beautiful downward facing dog. Now from here, let's go ahead and open up the feet a little bit wider than hip distance. From here, let's go ahead and take your left hand and bring it over to the right calf. Now, if you feel like this is not a good way for your wrists to open up today, you can go ahead and place your knees down and do the exact same thing, but stretching behind you. Kind of like when we do a thread here, but we're doing the same exact thing, just keeping that left hand on the outside of your right knee. And then we're gonna go ahead and open through that chest and bring your beautiful smile towards me right here. Opening up to the side. Now, if you're here in downward facing dog, we're still doing the exact same thing, lengthening here. Nice deep inhale through the nose and deep exhalation out through the mouth here. Beautiful. Last cycle of breath here. And on your next inhalation, let's go ahead and reset back into downward facing dog and then switching sides. Now the right hand goes to the outside of the left knee, left calf, wherever you can reach. If you can reach all the way down to your toes, amazing. I can't, so I'm grabbing a hold of my calf here. But really the idea here is to collectively open up through the sideline here, feeling the beautiful sideline opening and strengthening for the obliques, the core, upper body, arms, all that good stuff. Last full cycle of breath right here. And on your next inhalation, slowly coming back out of downward facing dog, and let's go ahead and slowly come back into a quick child's pose. You can either come into the you can either bring your arms in front of you, or you can bring your hands behind you and find a nice opening through the triceps and the back of the arms here. Nice. Nice deep inhale through the nose and deep exhalation out through the mouth. Last full cycle of breath here. Really feeling the heat that we just created today in our Chaturanga flow. Beautiful. And whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and slowly come out of the floor. And we're gonna go ahead and flip over. Nice. So we're gonna go ahead and come into our reverse tabletop series. So for reverse tabletop, we're gonna go ahead and come into a seated position. We're gonna bring your knees and toes, everything together, nice and tight here. So from here, there's a couple of different variations, which I'm gonna explain in just a moment, but we're gonna have a slight bend of those elbows here, and we're gonna go ahead and lift those hips off the floor here, hold for a second, and then bring it back down. Nice. Now, if you feel like your wrists are not feeling it today, we're just gonna go ahead and come onto your elbow right here. And we're gonna go ahead and lift from the hips and then back down. Beautiful. All right, so wherever you are here, we're gonna slowly continue on into our cycles of breath here. So again, exhaling to lift up and inhaling to slowly lower down. Nice. So you should already start to feel your arms really nice and strong here, but not painful, right? If you feel like those wrists are not feeling it, feel free to come down onto the wrists or the elbows here. But let's go ahead and make sure also that you're not sinking into your shoulders, right? You wanna make sure you're actively pressing down with your palms, so you're pushing your shoulders away from those ears here. Nice, looking good. We're gonna do last 3, really squeezing that core in towards your spine, protecting that low back, and also really making sure that your back is nice and strong and activated here. Nice. Looking good. We have last one coming up right here. And let's go ahead and hold right here, making sure that your hips are nice and neutral, making sure they're not extensively lifting up so that you don't strain your low back, and they're not so low so that you don't feel your core, right? Finding a nice neutral position. Nice deep inhale through the nose and deep exhalation out through the mouth here. Beautiful. And on your next exhalation, let's go ahead and gently bring your hips back down onto the floor. If you need a little bit of a wrist roll and stretch, feel free to do so now. And whenever you feel ready, we're gonna come right back into the same position. Now from here, we're gonna do little tiny shrugs. So we're gonna go ahead and bring your shoulders, you're squeezing your upper back muscles here as we lower those hips down. And then lift your hips up and bringing your shoulders away from shoulder blades away from each other. Nice. So it looks like we're not doing much, but the idea here is that you're bringing your shoulder blades together and then apart, together and apart, and just a little bit different. It looks a little different because I'm on the side view here, and we're just bringing it down away from each other here, and then bringing it towards each other in a reverse plank. So really taking your time here, and even if you are on the low plank, we're still working here. So still squeezing and lifting here. Nice. You're still gonna be working your upper body regardless of if you're on your elbows or not. So don't think that one variation is easier than the other, because they are quite challenging for both ways. Nice. Looking good. Let's go ahead and do last 3. Keep breathing through it. You got it. Last one coming up right here. Nice. Let's go ahead and bring those hips down just a little bit. Don't quit on me now. We have one more series here. So the last one in the reverse tabletop that we're gonna do today is gonna be stone runners. So we're gonna go ahead and lift those hips back up. We're gonna go ahead and not move the arms now. It's gonna be nice and stable here. We're gonna bring one knee in towards your midline here. Exhale, and then inhale back into that neutral position. Nice. So again, exhaling to bring it in. Inhale to open. Nice. You got it right here. We're gonna just be right here for the low abdominals and also the arm stabilization. Nice, looking good. We have 2 more on each side. Nice, and checking in, is your biceps strengthened? Is your shoulders away from those ears? Making sure you're not sinking in and really engaging those biceps and triceps here to lift yourself up. Nice, last one. On the other side, beautiful. And now, last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and do a tricep dip. So variations, you can come onto a bent knee position or into a bent knee position and coming into tricep dips this way today. Or for more of a challenge, bring those legs back into extension and coming into tricep dips right here. Nice, looking good. We just have 8 reps, so keep breathing through it. I know everything's burning here, but really breathing deeply here. Your muscles, as hard as they're working, they want to really get those oxygen, those blood flow, all that good stuff. Nice work here. We have last 3. Keep breathing through it. Little tiny lifts up and down. Nice. Last one right here. And let's go ahead. Slowly, slowly coming back. Giving yourself a beautiful hug, bring your knees in. Whew, that was a lot for the arms and the back. Pretty much the whole upper body, but it should have felt so, so nice and strong. All right, let's go ahead and flip back over into a beautiful stretch pose, but exercise at the same time. Back into our Cobra today. So let's go ahead and bring your belly down onto the floor. Your toes are on the floor here. Your elbows are gonna be close to you today. So from here, let's go ahead and come into a traditional Cobra. So squeezing into the shoulder blades here. Fingertips are away from each other, lifting, exhale here. Those upper body off the floor. And then slowly, slowly coming back down, either all the way on the floor to rest your head here, or if you want more of a challenge for your arms and back, keep your upper body lifted the whole time. Nice, and lifting up all the way up. Or if again, your low back is feeling some type of way, you can come halfway right here. Nice, the main thing here is to just join in into our Cobra, either all the way down at the bottom or keep it lifted. Nice, looking good. Breathing deeply here. And once you get the motion down, using your breath to guide you here with the movements. So breathing while you move. Nice, looking good. We have 2 more dynamic Cobras here, or baby Cobra. Nice. Breathing deeply here. Last one, last full Cobra or baby Cobra. And let's go ahead and reset those arms now. We are coming into our triangle diamond push-ups for Cobra. So bringing your fingers in a beautiful diamond position, index finger and thumbs here, bringing your elbows in closer to your side, making sure you're squeezing in towards your sides. Imagine someone brought $100 bills in between your armpits. Don't lose them. All right, let's go ahead and push up, squeezing in again. Similar position into Cobra, but now your stance is just a little bit closer. Again, you don't have to come all the way up, just little tiny pulses for baby Cobra if you're right here. Nice, looking good. Keep those elbows slightly bent here. We don't want to extend, right? Notice that when I extend, right, you'll start to feel your low back, which we are not doing a low back exercise today. So keeping those elbows bent, even at the top position here. Nice, looking good. And again, this one's a little bit harder for the sinking in here, but the idea here is to not do this number, right? Notice that my spine, my head and the neck is protruding forward. We want to minimize that. So bring your shoulders down. Imagine you're pressing them down into the floor here. Nice, looking good. Let's go, last one. Hit diamond push-ups. You got this. Nice, I know I snuck a little bit more push-ups in here. And let's go ahead and slowly rest your forehead down onto the floor or your side of the cheek or forehead, and bringing your hands into a beautiful pillow. So stacking your palms on top of each other, taking one side, bringing your head to one side and just staying here for just a moment. If you like a little bit of a hip release and opening, you can feel free to bring the same leg that your head is turned to into a bent position. So you're releasing into that back as well and the hips. Nice. Nice deep inhale through the nose and deep exhalation out through the mouth here. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and slowly switch to the other side here for the release. Nice. Just really absorbing all the hard work that we just did in this series for Cobra today. Really thanking yourself for being present and thanking your body for all the hard work that it's able to do during these workouts. Beautiful, and let's go ahead and slowly come out of this one, and we are here at the finale. So we're gonna go ahead and bring the dumbbells into play if you have them. Again, not required, but only if you want to make this a little bit juicier. So we're gonna go ahead and come back into our knees, and we're gonna go ahead and bring your toes down here, kind of like when we started today. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that your knees are hip distance right here. Strong foundation into the hips so that we're able to shift your body weight a little bit more forward so you really feel it in the shoulders, the back, and the core here. Now from here, let's go ahead and do one lift up in front of you for the arm, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring the arm back behind you. And then we're gonna switch sides. So alternate the sides here. So lifting up, hold for a second, and then sweep that arm behind you. This is gonna look exactly the same even without the dumbbells. So still engaging body weight is forward then backwards here into those arms and the back and the core. Everything is working right here. Nice, looking good. You got this. We're almost done today. We are just at the finish line here. Do not give up. I know these exercises were quite challenging today, but we're almost done. I'm so proud of y'all if y'all made it this far to the video. So proud of y'all. Nice. The first step into these workout videos are showing up. So thanking your body today for showing up. Yes. So again, here we're feeling into the arms, the shoulders, triceps, pretty much everything that we worked today, all in one cycle here. Nice. Last one on the other side here. Make this your best one today. Nice, and let's go ahead and slowly come out of it. All right, that is it for today. Let's go ahead and do a quick forearm stretch here. If you wanna hop off the video now, you can feel free to do so. We're just doing a quick stretch here for the whole forearm, shoulders, the biceps. We did a lot of work in plank and a lot of supporting exercise today. So really making sure you give some love to your wrists today. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Really feeling that whole opening. Should feel really nice. Awesome. Nice deep inhales and exhales here. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and now come into a wrist roll. So this is what we call the lotus. So we're gonna go ahead and bring your thumbs together, and we're gonna go ahead and press your thumbs in towards each other, and now you'll find the back of the palm is gonna come towards each other, and we're making a beautiful lotus. Nice. All right, we're gonna do a couple rolls this way for lotus. Beautiful lotus here, and this is a great mobility exercise for healthy wrists. We did a lot of work on the floor today, so we wanna make sure you don't have any sore wrists tomorrow. You might have a little bit, but you wanna make sure we're bringing blood flow back into the area here. Nice, and let's go ahead and reverse the lotus. Beautiful. Awesome work. And last but not least, let's go ahead and do the waves. So now we're interlacing those hands, bringing one elbow nice and high. We're rolling into the interlaced fingertips and switching to the other side. And we're making a beautiful wave roll. Now we're releasing into the front line of the body, the shoulders, the wrists, all that good stuff. Nice. And let's go ahead and reverse the wave. Imagine you're in a beautiful island, tropical destination of choice. Yeah, summer is just right around the corner, so channeling the beach if you like the beach. Nice. All right, and that is it for this workout today. I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all made it to the end. These are not easy workouts. I hope that y'all enjoyed it, and if y'all enjoyed it, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and until the next one, I will see y'all. And if y'all have been following this series, I will see y'all for day 4. Bye y'all.